Yes, you. We in this bitch, college football show. Let's fucking go. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Kilo's Corner, College Football Edition. Dennis Holmes here. Kilo's in the building. AB's in the background. Jared Muller's in the background from Pylon to Pylon. Haven't seen a Pylon to Pylon show since the pandemic. Let me just get that out the way. Let's talk, people.
Well, let's get right into it, man.
Get right into it then.
Share screen.
Oh,
right
shit. You really that ready. God damn.
Yes, sir. So this kind of been trending. What y'all think, man? If Reggie Bush goes on the college football Mount Rushmore, what y'all think?
I think he has a case for sure. He definitely has a case.
What you think, Ed?
Well, who's the fourth? That's what I want to know. Who's the fourth?
No, we'll get there.
Yeah, everybody can give their
right
own.
Now, let's just stick to Reggie Bush right now. We'll get there. What you think, Ed?
Jesus Christ. It's been a lot of great college football players, man.
No. I thought it was just running backs.
No.
It's
This is all players. Oh, damn. Never mind.
Yeah. We about to get to. I want to hear everybody personally.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was great, but I don't know if I could put him up there as a top 4 player of all time. Like you got like the OG Archie Griffin. He's a 2-time Heisman winner.
And
you got Tim Tebow out there. You got Cam Newton out there.
Cam Newton.
You got Vince Young.
I don't know about
you got Vince Young out there.
No.
I don't know about
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they belong up there. I'm saying that, like they have a case to be made to be up there for Mount Rushmore. This is only 4 guys. Like,
yeah.
I'll put Charles Woodson up there.
Yeah, I think everybody's Rushmore could be different based on like how you want. You could do it different ways. Like me, I would want to have a different person at different positions, so I wouldn't want to stack up multiple quarterbacks.
Who's your 4? Jared, don't start it. Don't say nothing. Who's your 4?
So for me, the 2 automatic, like no thought about it, would be Tebow and Charles Woodson. Would be the Tebow more so. I think he's the greatest college football player ever. So I think you have to have him in the Mount Rushmore. Charles Woodson, arguably the greatest defensive player in college football history. So I would put him up there because of the defensive Heisman. And then it's tough. It's really tough to find the other 2. To really, there's so many players, so many different reasons you can have them up there.
Right.
It's hard to think. It's hard. I don't know. Tim Tebow and Charles Woodson for sure. Oh, man, I don't know.
I look at it's no right or wrong answer, so that's your opinion. Whoever you feel is the answer too.
So you think
I like Archie. I like the Tim Tebow and Charles Woodson. For the 4th, that's where it gets tricky.
There's definitely guys that run through my
Tim Tebow, Herschel Walker, Barry Sanders, and Archie.
Barry Sanders won a Heisman?
Did he win Heisman?
Yeah, he won the Heisman.
I think so.
Yeah, he did win the
You think
Heisman.
so?
I mean, my Mount Rushmore.
No, he won the
I
Heisman.
put Crabtree up there. Honestly.
He won the Heisman. I'm sorry, AB. I'm sorry, AB. I think about it. That thing, man. Listen,
Oh, fuck that. What's your top 4?
he always got something to say about what you said. Don't never got his shit out
I
there.
want to hear some Oklahoma names.
Hey, he might put AP up there. He might.
No.
No, I'm not putting AP up there. Tebow for sure. Man, it's been so many great ones, bro.
Is it just players, or could coaches go up there too?
Just players.
Players, all right. I was gonna say Nick Saban would have to be up there if you include coaches.
So you got
You might put Steve Spurrier up there.
Nah, yes, Steve Spurrier. I won't be mad if somebody put Reggie up there. Like, I won't be like, oh my god, like, no, I'm not. You know, I won't be too mad if somebody put him up there. But I don't know if he can make my top 4.
You know,
but Tebow definitely belongs. Tebow belongs up there for sure.
You know who I would debate, funnily enough, that for 3 or 4, Tavon Austin. Just because of the highlight tapes.
It was electric.
Because highlight tapes.
I don't now. If you talk about highlight tapes, I don't think Tavon Austin highlight tapes was better than Percy Harvin.
Tavon Austin's were the ones. I don't know. Him and Percy Harvin both had really good. But when you talk about college highlight tapes, the first person that comes to mind is Tavon Austin for most people.
Oh, then you got to put my man with the dead leg on there too. Played for the Cincinnati Bengals. Peter Ward.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that I don't know. It's just something about that team.
One of my favorite college players. That had my favorite highlights of all time was Santana Moss. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, good one.
All right.
Or we could put DJ Ugarte up there.
Hey, yo, chill, yo.
Nah, I mean, yaddy.
I would say my guy.
Go get some help, bro. Go get some help. You need therapy, bro.
You know he's gonna say something crazy.
Get out of here. Hey, yo, so who would y'all say right now is y'all Heisman candidates entering the season?
I mean, we all agree.
Give me about like maybe 2-3 names.
I'd say we all agree on Caleb being the top name right now for it. Caleb Williams,
right?
Of course. So we can just skip past him.
I'm going to jump off the boat and say Marvin Harrison Jr.
The crazy part, I would like that. I mean, he is my number 4, but I would like that. But
offense is too loaded, and defenses are going to be too keyed on him. I think for him to have enough numbers to get a Heisman, to be honest.
Right.
But I think Drake May could make a run depending on the way North Carolina performed.
And the way
he still believe in Spencer Rattler.
I was about to that was my third. That was my third. I think he's the best. I think Spencer. Listen, I think Spencer's the best QB
South Carolina
in the SEC.
A lot of people like what he did at South Carolina so far.
I think he's the best QB in the SEC.
About this dude, yo.
I'm just going off who I think.
Listen, I'm telling y'all, I think Spencer Rattler is the best QB in the SEC.
He's not.
No.
Your thought process is crazy. You know.
Well, right now they're telling us that LSU boy Jaden Daniels is, but I'll take Spencer Rattler.
Definitely not.
Matter of fact, I got something for your ass there. Hold up. Say shit you want to say.
I don't think Jaden Daniels is the best QB in the SEC. I'll put my chips on Spencer Rattler.
I mean, it's not a great year for QBs in that conference, to be honest.
I said that. I've been saying. I said the Pac-12 is ruling on QBs.
All right. How about this? Let me share this.
Yeah, they just got Dante Moore too.
Since we talking about quarterbacks, Let's
There
see
we
how
go.
far Spence is.
Bust down, bust down, bust down, bust down, bust down. I got you. I'm drowning.
Cade
I'm
Klubnik could be a
drowning.
runner.
What?
Cade Klubnik.
Nah.
Jordan Travis.
Okay, there we go. I like that. That does
On the
look a
way
lot better.
to Quinn Ewers and J.J. McCarthy.
Great spot. I do have Jordan Travis as my dark horse.
Michael Penix.
And,
if the receivers are as good as they make
I
them
mean,
out.
you may
They got
not like
Joe.
him,
They
but
got Joe
Jaden
Milton top
Daniels-
six. Look at Joe. Look at Joe.
You gotta think about it. Ain't too many standouts. So of course, Joe.
People
Going up
raving
the
about
field.
Joe Milton.
So they got
Hey,
two
Jared, can you see
quarterbacks.
it straight?
Huh?
Just want to make sure you can see it. It's not too small for you.
They got two quarterbacks in the SEC that's better than Spencer Rattler.
I don't think Spencer's better than KJ Jefferson. So
Larry then too. That's the Kentucky quarterback.
Yeah, from NC State transfer.
yeah, I'm not. I'm not.
Oh, okay, he transferred. Okay, that's what it was. I'm sitting over here looking. I'm like,
Yeah, he's
he's
from
from
North Carolina State. But you got
I think KJ
this
Jefferson.
is draft eligible quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think KJ Jefferson might be the best quarterback in the SEC right now.
Yeah.
That's starting at least because I think there's a couple good ones.
What? They got Jalen Moreau better than KJ? Get the fuck out of here.
I wouldn't sleep on Moreau.
All right, so what about the guy from Ohio State, Kyle McCord?
Kyle McCord.
What you think he gonna do?
Ain't that the boy that Marvin Harrison went to high school with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they got. I mean, listen, because he has the weapons around him, so we can't just discount him. And the recent history with Ohio State quarterbacks, they always come in and they be putting in numbers. Justin Fields did it. JT Barrett did it. Cardale Jones did it. You can't sleep on him. He might be if he play well, he gonna be considered, man.
Hey, it's
But you gotta talk about him though.
We are fitting to find out. Michigan should win that conference, but I wouldn't be surprised if Penn State wins the conference.
Ohio State.
All right, that's the case. Since we talking conference, who we feel like gonna win the Natty this year? Right now, it's a toss up. Everybody got quarterback questions.
Not everybody.
Besides USC, but USC, that biggest issue is defense. So
Right. Which is what you call him problem. Lincoln Riley.
you got Georgia just went back to back, but they got a whole new quarterback in Carson Beck, and they just lost their offensive coordinator. I mean, that quarterback, they do have still have Brock Bowers, just got transfer. Dominic Lovett from Missouri. He got a fair amount of weapons there. You don't know what you're going to get out of Kyle McCord at Ohio State, and you know what you're going to get out of J.J. McCarthy at Michigan. But Michigan is a run-heavy team, so
yeah. But they got two running backs, don't they?
Yeah. Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum.
All right, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go Michigan. This is gonna be hard. I'm gonna go Michigan and another loaded ass team. I think I seen was probably.
I have a dark horse team. I mean, they are in my top five. I'm hoping I'm aiming for them to get the number 4 seed.
Michigan and Penn State.
Michigan and Penn State.
Michigan and Penn State.
That's interesting. I like LSU a lot. I mean, somebody don't like Jaden Daniels, but
That's
got,
what
I
I
don't
got
like him.
LSU in my
That's
top
all it
5.
comes down to.
I
for
think
the
he holds
team
on
is
to the
Jaden
ball too
Daniels.
long. His decision making ain't too good. He could throw it though. He could throw the ball, but
He's
his
trash.
decision making ain't too good. He's
No,
one of the QBs that he gonna get his head sacked off if his first
yeah,
option ain't good.
they just need they need a ball carrier like Clyde Edwards or Leonard
We got
Fournette.
running backs. Not it won't be. It all comes down to the quarterback for LSU. That's it.
I don't know, man. I kind
The
of feel like
defense is
if
on
the running
point.
game was better, then
We got a
it
good
would
run
take
game,
some
though.
off of Jaden Daniels.
The run game wasn't the issue last year.
No, but him scrambling for 600 plus yards is a lot.
Well, that's because he refuses to throw the ball. If his first read's not there, he takes off for the sideline. That's all he does.
He gotta scramble. He gotta show
Doesn't know
that
how to
dual threat,
progress through his reads,
or
and
he
then he
gonna get sacked.
immediately tries to tuck the ball.
So I'm going USC.
Oh, you know what? I think LSU they did have as far as their offensive line was, I think, second in sacks allowed in the SEC.
Yeah, and it was mostly the interior of the line because our tackles played really well, both freshmen.
Yeah.
Will Campbell's an All-American, first SEC team this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's all going to come down to Jaden Daniels for us, but I think with the team as a whole could absolutely make a run. I'm excited to watch the defense.
I only
play.
got 3. I don't have a solid 4.
Well, who is your dark horse? Well, you say your dark horse would be Penn State, right?
Yeah, but I think they get in. So I don't know if they're a dark horse. I think if I was to pick a dark horse, but the dark horse would probably be LSU.
That's my dark horse too.
That's who I feel as though got it, but it all comes down to the QB. Like they could easily win the SEC, but it all comes down to the QB. They still gonna lose to Tennessee, but
It's Absalom.
yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm here.
He in there sweating.
Who your dark horse team? You know that could enter the playoffs.
I'm gonna say North Carolina.
Ooh.
I don't know. Scheduler may not favor them. That may be that downfall.
I mean, I'll say North Carolina, maybe Washington. I mean, Washington is, they are very highly rated. Yeah, I mean, like they are a top 10 team, preseason top 10.
I might say Texas.
Texas Longhorns? Yeah.
I might say Texas.
Yeah.
No, Texas always lose that one game every year. For some reason, they always lose that one game that they should have won. Yeah. They do it every year. It's like they'll beat Oklahoma, but then they'll lose to Kansas or fucking Iowa State or somebody like the next week. Like, they always do that shit every year.
It's a good jump.
Yeah. Hey, I still like seeing Texas versus Oklahoma. So it's a fun game to watch.
Yeah, I think Miami and Colorado could be sneaky.
It's to me, it's all about schedule, about teams playing ranked teams. Like North Carolina, their probably only ranked opponent will be Clemson, and they may not put a case up.
I'm watching Clemson's QB this year.
Yeah,
I want to see what he's gonna do.
We'll see. I think the best thing for him is that we have a whole new offensive coordinator. We have Garrett Riley from TCU. So I couldn't stand how Brandon Streeter having designed quarterback runs for DJ Uiagalelei. Come on.
Is Garrett Riley Lincoln Riley's brother?
Yeah.
Okay. So does Lincoln Riley have 2 brothers that's in the college football or just one?
It's a broad question. I had to look that up. I looked that up. That's it.
I thought it was another one somewhere.
Hey, so I guess what head coach do y'all feel like have NFL potential to? Not saying that they're going to get gigs right away, but saying who has potential that could kind of turn around an NFL team.
I'm gonna see Lincoln Riley.
I just wonder if the Lincoln Riley offense would work.
If you give Lincoln, it's offense coordinator, but say if you give because Lincoln Riley is going to be a failed experiment, just like Cliff Kingsbury. If you take him,
yeah, that's all.
I don't think he'll be a failed experiment if he actually sits there and say, you know what, I'm not good at defense. Let me get somebody who is good at defense to help.
A sneaky name for that I think would be a good NFL head coach, who I thought last year and the year before would get some looks, is Lance Leopold. He transferred from he was coaching Buffalo a couple of years ago, and then he transferred and is coaching Kansas now.
I thought, you know the crazy. I'm about to say something crazy and shit, man. I'm about to say, man, hey, Les Miles down there.
Nope, sure ain't.
A team that
he sure ain't. He's who replaced
a team that we never talk about because they are independent. I think they are. Is Notre Dame. June's Notre Dame team.
Marcus Freeman.
Nah, it's I don't know. I still believe. I'm trying to not discredit the guy. Of course, I like brother Marcus Freeman. I don't know. Just sometimes some shit look inexperienced when you're watching Notre Dame play.
Think they'll have a good offense.
I'm gonna tell you another coach that I like a lot. I like Penn State's coach a lot.
James Franklin.
I like James Franklin a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm a Luke Fickell guy.
Okay.
I like his work when he was at Cincinnati, and I'm anticipating he could bring some life to Wisconsin. So,
I think Kirk Ferentz could be a decent NFL coach. I think.
Shit. What's his name? Florida State head coach Mike Norvell. I think he'll be a good offensive coordinator, not an actual head coach.
Yeah, I mean,
why would
you
go be an offensive coordinator when you make more money as a head coach in college?
I'm just looking. I know I'm just like, I'm looking at his resume.
There's no way
what he did at Memphis.
He's been doing really good with offense.
About to turn Florida State around, throwing it to that big ass 6'7" Johnny Wilson. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, even before that, look at all the guys that Memphis has been producing at running back and all that. He was the guy who brought them in, and Gainwell and Pollard and all them, and he coached them up and was doing good with them.
I hear you. Hey, so let me. Okay, go ahead, AB. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, I was gonna say Pat Fitzgerald, but never mind. He got fired.
Yeah.
Listen, call me crazy. Even though I know you trolling, I wanted Pat Fitzgerald to join the Chicago Bears 2 years ago, and they never put him into consideration for it.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go to Chicago, and then Lance Leopold would go to Texans same year.
What about
that whole situation crazy? That Pat Fitzgerald, the Hayes and shit in Northwestern. It's crazy.
I was gonna say Shark, but he's coaching Texas right now.
Do we think Mac Brown could ever be an NFL head coach?
What team he coach?
I don't know.
UNC.
This is
Texas.
For North Carolina. He's not bad.
Mac is like 79 years old. And I don't think he's gonna be ready from NFL niggas, man. You gotta look at somebody younger, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why
Saban tried it, and then he was like, "No, I'm out." Kirby probably not going nowhere anytime soon. Kirby got it good.
Kirby had a little bit of taste in the NFL, but he wasn't no head coach. He did 1 year and he was done.
I would say right now he might be better right now. If he could go to a team like next year, I think he might do all right if he get the right talent around him. You
talking about Kirby Smart? Only issue I have with Kirby is I want to see what would life be without having Todd Monken. Then it would prove Kirby is the guy, because Kirby is a defensive coach, man.
I know UCLA's coach wouldn't be a good NFL head coach.
Hey, I just like the great part. I mean, you may dislike Chip, but I do like the whole simple fact that Chip, they do some moves. So,
all right. So, like, what about Ryan Day?
Ryan Day.
I'm not even overly impressed with what he's done at Ohio State, to be honest. I think he's low-key on a not burning hot, but a low flame hot seat right now, just because of how good Brian Hartline's been doing.
Yeah. And Ryan Day been there since how long? About a couple years now, right?
But that's like, you know, they always gonna get them top guys going there anyway, man. Like, they're gonna get the top wide receivers. They're gonna get at least 1 or 2 every year. Like, every cycle, they get at least 1 or 2. So, I mean, like Brian putting in the work, but you know, them guys was already talented coming in. Like, Marvin Harrison was already good coming into Ohio State. He was just behind all them guys that was drafted. But you know, I mean, I'm not trying to discredit Brian, but you know, the guys that he's getting, they already dogs. They dogs in high school. So you know, they had another guy coming in, Brandon Ennis this year, right?
Yeah, Brandon Ennis.
And he's like they're getting nothing but dogs every year. Like, they're getting dogs every year. So next year, when Marvin and that African dude is gone, they're gonna bring in them guys.
And then
no, they already got a third. Honestly, AB, they already got a third guy, and I don't know the third guy's name right now.
Those guys,
Julian Fleming,
they're freshmen this year.
You talking about Julian Fleming from Notre Dame?
That's the third wide receiver that they got.
I like him. I really want better from him, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just listen to me. The way that their system is set up, whoever the third wide receiver is usually gonna get the ball the most, because them other two know that they're draft eligible.
This is gonna be one of them wide receiver motherfuckers. That's all. I mean, freshman dudes. This is gonna be one of them freshman dudes, because I mean, whoever they put in, they're gonna produce any fucking way. So, I mean, but you know, shout out to Brian. But you know, the guys he's getting, I mean, they already dogs, man. Like,
the one thing I would say though, with a situation like that, is there's got to be something that they're seeing in house. Just because Brian Hartline was only a wide receiver coach for a couple of years, and they already immediately, no problem, gave him the reins to the whole offense. So they must be seeing a lot behind the scenes, even besides, like, you know, just being given good talent to start with. He must be doing good things there. Mm-hmm. That's why I think it's Ryan.
They're paying him, man. They paying him. They paying him, bro. They bribing them dudes, man.
If Ryan Day loses to Michigan again,
it ain't a bribe no more. It's an NIL deal now.
All right, go to the next topic. What is the greatest college football game that you ever seen?
Oh,
that's your preference.
That's such a hard question.
I mean, I feel like everybody number one should be 2006 Rose Bowl.
I mean, that's the best.
If you watch it,
that's the best national championship for sure. There's been some incredible college football games, man.
You know what?
Regular season games.
I'm gonna have to say that Lamar Jackson versus Louisville versus Clemson game. That was a real good game.
Yeah.
Texas Tech versus Oklahoma. Baker Mayfield versus Pat Mahomes.
That was the only time I knew who Pat Mahomes was. Before that, I knew nothing about Pat Mahomes. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all.
I don't think it's the best game I've seen. I just
Michael Crabtree icing Texas is a great one too.
The way Alabama versus Auburn ended with that kick six.
Yeah, the kick six is crazy. The Michigan Appalachian State game.
Yo,
you know what? I don't give a damn
what game where Michigan State blocked.
I don't give a damn what y'all say to me right now. But last year's Tennessee versus Alabama, it's a great fucking
game. The game was lit. That game was
That-
lit like a motherfucker.
That
LSU
Yeah.
versus
great
Texas
fucking
A&M a few years ago with like 18 overtimes.
Oh yeah,
75 to
Damn, I remember
74 we lost.
Shit,
Yeah.
Shit,
There's-
LSU had some games too.
Everybody's had some game. College is I don't think I could actually put an accurate top 5. Like,
How
games,
about
'cause there's
this?
just so
How
many
about
that are
personally your
close.
team LSU is your favorite game you seen?
It would have to be the national championship.
Oh come on, that was a
It
squash.
has to be. That's
That was
the
a
default
squash.
answer.
That's a squash.
That's a default answer, man.
I would say when Deshaun
But
beat
that
Bama.
Texas team that season,
Yeah,
too.
that's 2017. Whoa.
I give it to Tua. Tua coming in,
Yeah, the
beating
national
Georgia.
Against
championship.
Georgia.
Yeah.
They threw
When
the
Trevor
the
Lawrence
freshman game.
dethroned Alabama, and people was like, Trevor Lawrence is the
Well,
greatest.
Deshaun Watson before that.
Right, but they were saying Trevor Lawrence was the greatest. They wasn't even like putting that fucking awesome defensive line together and say that defensive line was great. Because Trevor Lawrence was the greatest.
Boise State versus Oklahoma. Statue of Liberty.
No. We're gonna delete that.
Nah, it's in the
Mute this
annals of
guy.
history, man.
Mute this
That's
guy. Please
one
mute
of
this
those
guy.
games.
Hey, what do you say, yo? Because I missed it because my computer's
Oklahoma
not working.
Oklahoma versus Boise State in the Natty.
Oh,
Liberty,
hey,
the lateral. Ian Johnson
Hey.
proposed to his girlfriend afterwards after he scored.
Somebody kick him off the
yo,
show. Somebody kick him
call me
off the
crazy,
show.
right? It's not. It wasn't a great game. It was just the way it ended was crazy. Miami versus Florida International.
Oh man.
Yo, they was out there throwing hands, helmets. Yo, anybody was getting cracked.
I got some memorable games that's always gonna be memorable to me, like Byron Leftwich coming out the ambulance with 1 foot.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Marcus Vick and then Miami University.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got some memorable games.
Texas, USC,
Well, yeah,
Rose Bowl.
Yeah, easy.
What's the year with Darren McFadden went into LSU and beat them?
Sure.
Who was that, John? He was running over the motherfuckers.
Yes, right.
Hey, AB ain't shit. He made sure he said that shit.
He was just
It
thinking
was,
of an LSU game. He was just thinking of one.
No,
He's like,
wait.
I gotta get.
No, what was that? 07, right? Was it 07? Was it 07 when he playing quarterback and all that? He was doing touchdowns and anything. That just was crazy.
Shit, what's that? Michigan State and Michigan.
Yeah, when they blocked the punt.
That shit.
Yeah, Michigan State.
Oh,
was
I
good.
got one for y'all. Appalachian State.
Yeah, versus Michigan.
Versus
Yeah.
Michigan.
That was like the
Yeah,
first one of the
Appalachian.
first ones I said.
Shit, if you want to get technical, because I mean, of course, I don't really care for FSU, but when FSU lost to Jacksonville State, hell was golden to see.
Michael Crabtree icing Texas on
Yeah.
that sideline catch. Threw him off. Scored.
Shit, what was that? Was that Oregon versus Auburn? I think.
National championship with Cam.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a good game.
Yep. Darren. That was when they had Darren Thomas at quarterback.
That was a good game. What else?
Any Johnny football game.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel.
Documentary coming out next month.
I'm gonna definitely chime into
They
that.
got
That's
the
crazy. That's
documentary coming out next month
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, we're getting the Manziel and the Florida Gators.
And the Florida Gators, yeah.
That's crazy. They're coming out at the same time.
Netflix is I guess Netflix said, "Fuck that 30 for 30. We're gonna do our own shit."
They're gonna do crazy summer numbers at the end.
Shit,
What about Miami, Ohio State
Yeah,
from 2002?
Maurice Durant?
Chris Gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what about that Hail Mary from Tennessee? I think that was Josh Dobbs at the quarterback.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
against Georgia.
Against Georgia.
Yeah, man.
Against
James
Georgia, yeah, I
Winston
remember
dropping
that.
the ball
Oh
against
my God.
Oregon.
Yeah.
I mean, the result didn't end up that close, but Buffalo versus Ohio State when Khalil Mack and Brandon Oliver pretty much were a two-man team and almost they were giving Ohio State a good game for like 3 quarters.
Man, that's a lot of games.
Yeah, that was when Khalil Mack really broke on the scene.
That's a lot of games. So what players are y'all looking at that's not like high radar players? You're just looking at them because you want to see, some high
Kobe
school.
Bryant. Oh no, well, Kobe Bryant, cornerback for Kansas. I've been talking about that motherfucker the past couple seasons, man.
I thought you were about to say Kobe Bryant from the Seahawks.
No. That Kobe Bryant, that's the one who played for Cincinnati.
Yeah.
This one plays for Kansas.
I'm more so I'm looking at Taven Jackson, now playing for Indiana, transfer from Tennessee. I call him the Cabbage Patch Kid. They call him Tay Money. I want to see just how good he is. That's what I want to see.
And also, Jared, I do want to see Zachary Franklin. He just transferred over to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
He's actually productive as hell, coming from USC, University of Texas State.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely want to see how he will perform in that Ole Miss offense.
Yeah, there's so many people to watch this year. So many. I mean, it's got to be Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter's the guy to watch for me. But
I'm going to be watching Jamar Chase 2.0. I want to see if he step up this year.
Oh, of course, we're going to be eyes on him with everybody the way they talk about it, Mecca. We're going to be all eyes on him.
Yeah, I gotta see if he's gonna be like him, man. I gotta see if he's gonna be that guy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Who's the worst transfer on this list, beloved?
The worst?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they even got number 1 up there at all.
No. Mind you, just say top transfer. The top question is something different from.
Who's the worst?
Yeah, out of these top 10. And hey, bonus. Name all the schools they transfer from.
Kenneth Walker, probably the worst one up here.
You want me to list?
I don't know which school Kyler Murray came from. I know Joe Burrow's on Ohio State.
Texas A&M, yeah.
Texas A&M.
If you go from 1 to 10, it's
so Baker Mayfield came from Texas A&M too.
Ohio State, Texas Tech,
Texas
A&M, Oklahoma, Florida. Well, technically Blinn College, but Florida too, Blinn College. Alabama. Oh, Kenneth Walker. I forgot who he transferred from.
Northwestern, right?
Was it?
Look at that right.
Could be, but then Justin Fields, Georgia, Russell Wilson, NC State, and J.J. Watt was from.
Wasn't Kenneth Walker from Northwestern?
Wake Forest.
Oh, Wake Forest.
Wake Forest?
Yeah.
Wake Forest. Okay.
J.J. Watt transferred from.
I'm looking that up now.
Central Michigan,
yeah.
Central Michigan, yeah.
Yeah, so that's all the transfer schools.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
that pick he had with Antonio Brown.
What happened?
The pick he had with Antonio Brown.
Oh yeah, that throwback ass picture. Yeah, I remember that old ass picture.
Yeah,
because I think J.J. Watt was a tight end at Central Michigan.
Yeah, they was they was on the same team for a little bit. Yep.
So it's. The worst is definitely not Joe Burrow, Cam Newton, Justin Fields.
It's Kenneth Walker, sir.
Maybe. I don't know. I was thinking that too, but I don't.
All right, now I'm gonna turn it out. Now, who would have been the better player if they wouldn't have a transfer? I mean, I'm just saying, like, if Joe Burrow stayed at Ohio State, Baker Mayfield stayed at Texas Tech. Who would have been a better
Burrow
player?
for sure.
But wasn't Joe Burrow competing with what was it? Damn
quarterback? Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne. I don't know if he was going to outbeat him. That's probably why.
Well, he would have stayed So he would have had another year. So he would have had a chance to at least start one more year, anyways. Because remember, he transferred to us the year before his big year.
Justin Fields. I didn't understand why he committed to Georgia after Georgia.
Well, he's from Georgia.
Just went to, but he went. I think he went to Georgia only for that baseball program, but ultimately he wanted to play football.
Well, he was playing both though. He wanted to play both in college full time.
But he wasn't about to beat out Jake Fromm. Jake Fromm just went to the national championship.
Yeah, Jake Fromm was very, very popular there. Like he was a household name.
Quinn Ewers, if he'd have stayed at Ohio State,
he'd be the clear starter.
He would be the starter. His draft stock would increase more with Ohio State than Texas right now.
I'd lock them in for a national championship if he was their quarterback right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, because I was sitting up there talking about that. If Quinn Ewers would have stayed with Ohio State, man, I just sat behind, to CJ Stroud get up out of there. But he'd have probably been 1 year and done. And I think it's going to be a little bit tougher with Texas, especially right now. He has Arch Manning right behind him, kind of just looming.
Well, they also have Malik Murphy too. They probably have the best QB room in the country. But I think Malik Murphy's better than Arch too. I think Arch is the third best out of those two. To be honest.
I agree. But I got a feeling I don't know if they're going to sit up there and be biased and.
Oh, it's going to happen. Arch Manning will be the starting
Malik
quarterback.
going to wind up transferring. I can guarantee it.
There's 0% chance he doesn't start after Quinn Ewers is done.
No. All right. So next one is give me throw any names, any forgotten talent, college football talent that didn't pan out in NFL. But they was college stars.
That's easy to me. My man Juice Williams.
Juice.
My man Juice Williams. That was easy to me.
Shit, Pat White.
Hey, Pat White. Pat White is my man too.
Pat White.
He was before his time. If he would have came out around now, it'd been different.
And hear me out. You know it in your heart. Justin Blackmon was that guy.
Yeah.
At Oklahoma State,
He was.
He was that guy.
He was. Absolute top
Didn't
3
he have a
receiver
200-yard
in college
receiving
history.
game?
He had two Biletnikoff awards. That's what he did.
No, but I'm talking about in the NFL. Didn't he have a 200-yard receiving game?
No, I think you're thinking of Justin. You're thinking of Josh Gordon. When he had those like 3 or 4 backs.
What about Charles Rogers?
Yeah, but he broke his shoulder. Yeah, Carlos. Wait, is it Charles Rogers or is it Carlos Rogers? Which one we talking about?
No, Charles Rogers.
It was Charles.
That the
Charles
Lions
Rogers
drafted.
Hey, Marcus Lattimore.
What school Charles Rogers went to?
Marcus Lattimore of South Carolina.
Yeah, well, that was unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
No. What school did Charles Rogers go to?
Michigan State.
I don't know what, but he's a wide receiver. We're number 1, right?
Yeah,
the Lions drafted him. What was
and the Lions drafted him. Oh yeah, and he broke his shoulder. Okay, all right, cool.
Hey, DeAnthony Thomas, Oregon was supposed to be that.
Dude, that was my guy.
He was supposed to be that.
I love DeAnthony Thomas in college.
The crazy part, if DeAnthony Thomas was with the Chiefs now, with Patrick Mahomes, woo.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't terrible in the league. He was just too small.
Donnell Pumphrey, the quarterback for Hawaii, Rainbow Warriors.
Cole Brennan.
Yeah, that was my boy, man.
Yeah, him and Greg Salas used to be some of my favorite QB and wide receiver combo.
Yeah, it's so much talent. It just didn't kind of pan out. Shit, Steve Slayton.
Yes, that whole offense. Noel Devine, Steve Slayton, Pat White.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Stedman Bailey?
Yeah, Stedman Bailey up.
I'm sorry I gotta say this, but I'm gonna say Sam Bradford.
And Schmidt too.
Yeah, man, I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna say Sam Bradford didn't pan out. It's just
Injuries.
ultimately a system for me.
No, it was the injuries to me.
Marcus Russell.
Systems didn't have him. Leave that motherfucker alone. What was the boy from Nebraska?
Oh, Tommy Frazier?
No, not Frazier. No, the one the
Eric
motherfucker quarterback
Clark.
was running
Taylor
everybody over.
Martinez?
It's his couch.
Eric Kropp.
Oh,
Yeah,
Eric
Cross.
Crow.
Eric Kropp.
Yeah, motherfucker,
Yeah.
yeah.
Eric Crouch, like at that point in time, it was Michael Vick, then there was Eric Crouch. Like that's how it was.
Jameis Winston. Marcus
He still
Mariota.
got a chance.
Hold on. Let's hear it from the source. Come on, say it, AB. Come on, AB. Jameis Winston, he asked you a question.
No comment.
Oh, ain't this a bitch? Where was this guy at 3 years ago cussing me out? Do you watch the games, beloved?
Yeah, do you watch the games, beloved?
Did you watch the games, beloved? Yeah. Fuck out of here.
You gotta.
Tony Man.
You have to let that go, beloved. You have to let that
I
go.
ain't letting shit go. I ain't like it.
What about
Reggie Bush.
Jake Locker? What about Jake Locker?
Jake Locker was supposed to be that. He retired quick, didn't he? Like
He had
3
concussions,
seasons in?
yeah. Only a couple seasons in.
Yeah, Jake was supposed to be that.
I thought he was gonna be good.
What about the crazy part? He wasn't a star, in my opinion.
He wasn't bad though.
I got a quarterback. He was on every fucking magazine. Penn State.
Christian Hackenberg.
Oh, no,
but
you
he wasn't even a
yeah,
in college.
I know. He was supposed to be. The
I was
crazy
gonna
part,
say
he
him,
didn't even
but he
get to the
wasn't even
NFL. I
talented
mean,
in college.
he got to the Jets.
You know what happened? The Temple University is what happened to him.
Oh shit.
First game of the season. Temple University is what happened to him.
What happened to him was he stunk, and he always stunk, and he was so overrated coming out of high school. It was unreal. Vernon Hargreaves.
Christian Hackenberg.
Yeah, Vernon let me down, bro.
All
Vernon
of
let me down.
fucking Florida cornerbacks.
Donnell Pumphrey, man.
Yo,
Vernon,
man,
Vernon
they
let
gonna
me down.
say. I mean, I know you
I
was
thought
big
he-
as shit
I
on
thought
it,
he
but
was
I was
gonna be
kind of
nice
saying,
with
like,
us.
I didn't think it was gonna work, man.
I thought Donnell Pumphrey was going to be nice with us, man. I thought what Corey Clemens was for us was going to be Donnell Pumphrey. I ain't going to lie to you.
He
Remember
was just too small.
Morris Claiborne?
Yeah,
Sure.
Mo Clay was that for LSU.
Claiborne wasn't bad in the league though for a bit.
He was terrible. He was
He
terrible.
became terrible, but he
Yo,
was
he was terrible,
okay. He was
yo.
okay.
He was terrible.
Stop taking up for your LSU Wolves, man.
He was
fucking
terrible.
He's trash.
I didn't say he was good. I said he was okay.
No, that ain't wasn't okay.
Half
Okay
his
is
career
fucking.
No, he wasn't even okay.
Okay is
Half his career he was serviceable as a number 2 corner.
sir. Okay is the Green Goblin that used to be the corner for the Eagles. Moved to safety. That's
Jalen
okay.
Mills.
Jalen Mills. That's okay.
Claiborne was okay. He had a couple of years where he was a top corner.
Yeah, it's been a lot of hits and misses, man. These last 10 plus years, it's been a lot of hits and misses in these first rounds.
That's why you can't.
I was reading about the guy from Tennessee who drafted about 2 years ago, Caleb Fairley. They say he's hurt again. So yeah, they saying he's hurt again. So I'm like, yeah.
Caleb Farley came from
Virginia Tech.
Right?
Yeah, Virginia Tech.
He moved from wide receiver to corner.
Like, bro, like some of these guys be getting hurt and you don't hear from them no more. It's kind of messed up, man, how that should be going on. But shout out to the guys that stay healthy, put in work.
Yep. Anybody been following Sidney Jones from the cornerback who tore his ACL for Washington?
Yeah, from Washington.
Seattle drafted him.
No.
We drafted him round 2.
The Eagles drafted him.
I wanted him round 1 before the injury.
Yeah,
he went to Seattle, and I'm pretty sure he's on the couch somewhere, Kilo.
Yeah,
he tore his Achilles.
Because for real,
and the pro, what's that? The
pro,
what they call it?
Yeah.
The pro day.
Pro day.
Yeah.
Pro day.
Yep.
Fucked his joint up.
He
So
was never the same.
it's a lot of hits and misses, man. Like, it's players that got hurt. Unfortunately, it's players that that couldn't really adjust. It's
it's
guys that. I mean, I mean, it's guys that look good in college. They get to the league. It's a whole different level, and they can't match that production that they had. You know,
No, they can't.
Some people get better
You
in
know-
the NFL than college. It's weird.
you know, like sometimes these fans, like they be so in a hurry to call a guy a bust, but you know, you gotta give a player at least 2, maybe 3 years for them to really catch on. Like some players might struggle the first year.
It's been
See,
3 years.
Like,
It's-
all right, like check out Sauce from last year, right? Like we already knew he was gonna be good, but he was that good the first year. And then you look at Stingley, he was, he got hurt. You know, he was more hyped up than Sauce. But now it's like everybody talking about Sauce, and nobody talking about Derek Stingley right now.
But Stingley had a good
And
year.
Derek
though.
Stingley been quietly.
Because he went to the
Playing well.
Houston Texans.
Yeah, he had a good year though.
And plus, you got to think about it. If you think about the Texans and the Jets, which is one of the teams that I actually kind of televised and actually somebody talk about. Everybody talk about the Jets. Nobody talk about the Houston Texans.
Kilo, ain't nobody was like yes,
Yeah,
it's a big market, but the Jets wasn't really that popping, bro.
and well, no, they was popping. Not saying that it was winning. I'm saying Jets were in the headlines. We kept hearing about Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is Zach Wilson. That you're going to talk about.
Yeah, I mean,
attention to the Jets.
I mean,
You ain't getting no headlines in the Texans. Ain't nobody sit up there talking about David
I'm telling you, if
Sauce
Sauce had that same exact season on the Texans, he wouldn't have the same hype around him. It's just how
Yes,
it
he
is.
would. Yes, he would.
No, he would not.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
No, he would not.
Well, you know what? The Texans. Who did the Texans play like? Yes, he would. Texans played the Cowboys, the Eagles. Yes, he would. Yes, he would.
It doesn't matter who he plays. It matters who you're playing
No,
for.
well, it did matter because when he went to Green Bay and they put that fucking cheese head on, that's when shit just started getting
Well,
crazy.
that's why you quietly see a lot of good players play for these bad teams and these not very big market teams, and they fly under the.
But I can see Sauce still doing that same thing in Houston. It all depends on who you play.
But I'm saying the hype around him, like the popularity, wouldn't be the same.
But his name is fucking Sauce. That's enough hype right there. Shit, Sauce guard.
What's the boy from the cornerback from Seattle? What's it,
Tariq Woolen?
And nobody talked about him, but he was good as shit.
Yeah, he was good. No, but he was in the conversation for
Rookie of the year.
Yeah, he was in defensive rookie of the year. He was in the conversation.
I mean, we were hearing Sauce more than you hear about Tariq, though.
You're hearing about Sauce more.
That's because
Sauce
makes
the better team
listen.
than the Jets.
Sauce advertises himself. That's the difference on it. Sauce could have played anywhere. Sauce could have played any fucking
commercials and all.
You would have heard about Sauce.
You would have heard about him, but nowhere near the same.
What's going on?
Good.
Great spot.
That's all.
We went through our whole list. You made it seem like we wasn't going to get it done. Got done.
Yeah, I didn't expect us to get through it that fast.
Yeah. Shit, we got Ab. Ab don't talk that much. We good.
Jared do.
Nah, Jared is okay. Jared don't talk
Now
that much.
neither one of them gonna show their face.
If we'd have had Blaze, yeah, it should have been Jared. Shout out to Blaze, y'all.
What you mean I don't talk that much? What you mean
I just say, yo, don't sit up there. Don't go back and forth with me, Ab, yo. Don't go back and forth. We at the end. I'm giving you a compliment. There's no insult. Just let it sink in and let's move forward.
You have any on the fly topics?
I don't want to go back to jail, yo.
You don't want to go back to jail?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Stop it, man. Stop it. Man. No, but I was going to answer real quick. Who y'all got for offensive and defensive rookie of the year this year?
For the NFL?
Yeah, I guess it got to be the NFL. So even though this is a college show. Well, ask this question.
No, they former college players, right?
Sir.
Everybody's a former college player, ain't they?
No.
I'm talking about recent. guys.
Defensive
your
rookie of the
Eagles left
year.
tackle.
I'm putting all my chips in. I'm going with Will Anderson Jr.
For defense,
Defense.
your offense, I'll probably go Bijan Robinson. If he actually is going to be the 3-down back.
No, he ain't being no 3-down back. They got 3 running backs over there.
Yeah, and Algier played well last year. That's why I was surprised when they drafted him. It's because of Algier.
That's why I'm surprised too. That like in my eyes, I thought that they should have went and got Jalen Carter.
Plus, also another sleeper is Dalton Kincaid. He got drafted by the Buffalo Bills, so we'll see how he can perform with Josh Allen.
Okay. Offensively, I think it's going to be Jordan Addison.
Yeah.
Because he over there with what you call him. So
If he stops speeding, he'd be all right.
Hold on. You sound like a Kirk Cousins guy now.
It's not that I'm a Kirk Cousins. Okay, all right.
You don't like Kirk Cousins. You sound like you like him.
I went. Okay. Regular season Kirk Cousins. I watched that quarterback shit, and I found a new love for Kirk. Not his game, but the person. Not his game, just the person. I found a new love for the person. All right. And regular season Kirk is all right.
Now, I think depending on the production, the way Texans perform, Will Anderson may get overlooked. We're in the same situation almost, the Jets and the Texans.
Yeah, but they got that shit together.
Sauce. So, I think could be Christian Gonzalez, cornerback for the Patriots, possibly. If not Joey Porter, but we'll see how they go.
Yeah, offense. I want to say Roschon Johnson or Quentin Johnson because I think you have Keenan Allen and Mike Williams out there for Herbert, but they're never reliable to be on the field.
Never reliable.
So Quentin Johnson could come in. He could play either one of their roles. He's kind of a hybrid.
Still a critic of the way he played, man. He don't play his size. That's the part I don't like about him.
Well, he alligator arms a lot, and it's
So, but if he play his size, man, he could be so much great. But he plays like he's fucking 5'11".
Defense is tough.
It's a toss up.
You got to think about who's gonna like. I want to say my guy Trevius could be a contender just because the Rams secondary is not that great, so he could have a chance to be a starter right away almost for them.
What about Devon Witherspoon?
Nah.
Yeah, but I don't know how he might be limited on his reps this year just because they have a good secondary already. So they might ease him in, use him as a rotational nickel.
I have a guy for y'all. Good for the Lions.
Yeah,
Branch.
I like him.
Not a Branch fan. He's going to miss too many tackles to win defense.
I thought he was talking about Jahmyr Gibbs.
No, you said Brian Branch?
Yeah, Brian Branch. They drafted him.
What? I thought he was talking about Jahmyr Gibbs.
I don't know, man.
No, I'm talking about Branch.
I don't know, man.
I don't think the Lions got enough.
If they project him as a starter,
I think Drew Sanders for the Broncos could have a big year. Him and Riley Moss. The Broncos drafted both of them on defense.
A part of me like the whole DJ Turner. With,
BJ Ojolari in Arizona.
No, I like Will Anderson Jr.
Maybe they could just pull Ben Simmons and give it to Nakobe Dean.
I
don't even like this number, bro. He could have picked a better number than that, dog.
What, 17?
No, Will Anderson, number 51.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, but you know, everybody got a meaning behind it, so you might, I don't know. You know?
Byron Young from Tennessee for the Rams because they have
You think
Aaron
he gonna
Donald
start?
on that line. He could. I don't think the Rams have a very terrible team. Like I think almost any rookie they drafted could have a chance at getting meaningful reps right away.
the Rams need to go call Ezekiel Elliott. They
Like
need
their
a running
defense
back.
looks really bad on paper.
Hey, he not gonna win. This player not gonna win defense player yet, but I do like Cam Smith with Miami. At least
Yeah, the
being
problem is he's
able to
behind
learn under
like
the wing.
4 other
That's
corners.
too many fucking
Yeah.
corners over
No,
there.
I know, but to actually develop something from Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey,
Yeah.
that's the part I like.
Look at
I'm
him,
not
he's
saying
crazy.
he's going to be the guy, but just to be able to get them that
Yeah, I like Cam Smith a lot. I
coaching
had him, I
moves,
think,
you know?
That secondary is ridiculous.
20th or 21st.
They got like 29 dudes in that motherfucking secondary.
He'll be CB4, I think.
Yeah.
Yo, Jared. So I know we went over earlier about Phil Steele, right?
Oh shit.
Did we? Oh yeah.
I mean,
pull
I
up
could
the
put it
slides.
back up if you want me to.
Yeah, throw that up.
No, we was talking about the quarterback thing, and I had got the magazine about 3 weeks ago, but I really haven't had time to really check it out. So I checked out the draft eligible quarterbacks, and they got Drake May over Caleb. Now, the only thing that I was saying was that, you know, because you know how it is with these NFL experts and these analysts, they always like these big quarterbacks, these 6'4", 6'5", pro style quarterbacks over the smaller guys like Caleb. Caleb is only like 6'1", 6 foot, whatever he is. So do you think that? Yeah, like, why do you think they always prefer these big quarterbacks over the guys that's really out here winning the Heisman and all that other shit? Because
they can see over the
Field
line.
vision.
you said field vision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a better vision of the field. It's like the opposite of why you wouldn't draft the short quarterback because they can't really see over the line well. Same concept.
So, like, do you think Dre is better? Drake is better than
I'm not a Drake
Caleb?
guy. I don't think he's that good, to be honest. We'll see how he plays without Josh Downs because Josh Downs was open on every single play they ever
What
ran.
team he went to?
Josh Downs, UNC.
No, what team he went to?
Oh, the Colts. The Colts got him in like the 3rd, 4th round.
Uh-oh. AR-5 got a weapon. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, you know me. I like Josh Downs a lot, so I think that he could be an offensive rookie of the year candidate.
So when you Jared, when you dropping your top 5 at every position, when you dropping that?
Yeah, my college top 5 at every position. I could drop it the next show. We can have it as a topic in the next show.
Okay.
Yeah, who y'all feel like is the would be the best inside linebacker into the season? I know
Jeremiah
some question.
In
Jeremiah
the
Travis.
NFL or college?
College.
Jeremiah Travis.
Phil still got Terry Eichenberg for Ohio State.
I like the other boy from Ohio State, the DN. Well, I guess he's an edge. Wasn't number 44? I think.
Yeah,
UT.
Tui Malawa.
Shit. Damn, Jared, I didn't even realize Justin Flo went to Arizona. Remember, he was supposed to be with Oregon, right?
Yeah, he transferred to Arizona.
Mm.
He'd be my number 1 interior and my number 2 overall linebacker. But then my number I guess 2 interior behind Justin Flo and 3rd overall would be Justin Jacobs. He transferred from Iowa to Oregon this year.
Hey, is Tua still on there? Is he draft eligible?
Yeah.
Who?
You talking about Talia? Yeah, Talia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's at Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah, he top 20.
I think he's going to be a senior this year.
Yeah.
Do you see how? Do you see how much work they put into that magazine, Kilo?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, bro. I'm only on page 16 out of 356.
God damn.
Now listen. Like on for like this Phil Still, John. Like they break down the recruiting. They break down the schedule, everything, the roster. They got everything you need. If like you a college football fan, this is the magazine for you. And I'm not just saying this shit. Like I've been buying this shit since 2007. Right? So they got all the information you need.
Time out. Since you've been buying the shit since 2007, they had 300 pages since 2007.
Yeah, every year.
Damn.
No, why? Because they cover every college football team in the FBS. So every team gets their page. Like they get their own page, and then they break down all the unit positions, everything. So check out Kilo face. Look at him.
Yo,
Look how he reading that shit. Look at him.
What you read? You bought it. You bought a digital copy, Kilo?
Yeah, I bought the digital.
So you watch? Yeah. Oh, okay. That's not bad.
They actually broke down the quarterbacks. Like,
yeah,
the quarterbacks by units. Yeah, USC at one.
Yeah, I sent Kilo. I sent Kilo one. What was it? About 3 years ago? I sent you one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit. Like the Phil Still is different from Athlon or like the Lindy's because they put a whole lot more information in it. So that's why it costs a little bit more. Cause if like you look at Alabama, they're gonna have their own page, right? But so is Western Kentucky and fucking Tulane and all them other small schools. They all get their coverage. Temple. Everybody got their own page in this magazine. So,
they got
for any football fans, so for any football fans that's like college football like fiends, like you have to get this magazine because it's just so much stuff in it. And
Kilo, put the link in the chat.
All right.
I'm gonna pay for my
shit is
get a digital copy.
Shit is fire, bro.
Shit, a lot. It's only $20 too, bro.
You could go to philstill.com.
$20.
You can get a digital.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like
so that's
it's
it.
either like a digital or you can get like the physical copy.
Oh,
and they give you
Google works. I can save $20 and use Google.
That'll work.
damn.
I didn't know.
But
I don't know if
we're about to end the show.
All right.
Y'all got any last words? Anything? Because if not, Kilo.
Nope, I'm good.
Hey, I wanna say something real quick.
Oh, sure.
I was the one that kidnapped Carly Russell.
Hey
yo, hey.
Yo, get it out of here. Get it out of here.
Hold on 1 second. I did have a box of cheeses that day, and I did paint her fingernails with some whiteout. But y'all have a good night. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Y'all have it.